country hicks in work clothes and backpacks, suitcases enter the background music of Prologue from West Side Story. Anyone know it?
Yes. I want to be in America.
Perfect, okay. They are wearing kippot and tzitzit. Stage is set with crates and other backlot stuff. The group enters and sits on these in a freeze, but snap. The guys are lamenting their circumstances. The girls are tweaking them and saying things in a little more optimistic light. Ad-lib reactions between gang members are important.
Sean Persia, you ever thought we'd end up in a place like this?
So far from home, so far from anything Jewish.
Not a July 4,000 miles.
It's a regular pagan paradise.
But it's no place for Jews.
Snap, snap, music out. Standing, breaking the freeze.
Oh no! How can you complain? This is the land of excitement and opportunity.
Opportunity, huh? Maybe if you're a Persian.
Oh, you silly dreamers, just look around you. What was so great about Eretz Israel anyway? What did you have there that you don't have here?
A temple?
Just another building.
The priesthood?
Just another private men's club.
Sacrifices?
Just a lot of blood and gore. She's right, boys. That was then, and this is now. Jerusalem is history. Shushan is our chance for riches, success, fame, and excitement.
The land of opportunity.
Oh, sorry. What a theater kid I am, I miss my part. And the sooner you get that through your thick skull caps, the better off we'll all be.
Never!
We will never forget Jerusalem.
It's the only home we Jews will ever have.
Song, Jerusalem, to the tune of America.
I want to be
In a Jerusalem, home is for me in Jerusalem. Once we were free in Jerusalem, we had to flee from Jerusalem. Da, 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 da. We had
Whoa, that's more like a man and, you're not a woman.
Oh my.
Man and women. Mordecai, John,
like King David.
Esther.
Till they got corrupted, evaporated.
You're brave, man.
Well, evaporated.
There we had Solomon's wisdom.
Smart how we lost our whole kingdom.
I miss the gates of Jerusalem.
But the Goyim closed them.
I miss the Jerusalem.
Who cares to shine so bright?
Everyone's there you could count on.
Everyone there is now in Shushan.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray we can be in Jerusalem.
But for now, enjoy Shushan.
Nice.
Appears toward the end of the song to see what's going on.
You Jews whining about your homeland again? I'll be back to collect your tribute for King Ahasuerus, unpronounceable. Later this week, and there'll be no extensions this time. The king is having another party, and someone got to foot the bill.
Gershon and Uri race off, intimidated. Soldiers exit. Everyone walks off, leaving only Esther, Deborah, and Sarah alone on stage.
Those silly boys, all they ever think of is the temple, the priesthood, the sacrifices, their precious
Holy
city.
City. DNS say Holy City along with Esther raising their hands and shaking them.
This is my other favorite word. I'm sick of it. Here we are in the capital of Persia, and I am not going to let 1 minute of it slip through my fingers.
You're right. I'm not about to let a bunch of wet blankets spoil my good time. Why, there's life to be lived, sights to be seen.
The marketplace.
The party.
Suggestively.
The bed.
Whoa, stop, dance together.
Hadassah, what are you saying?
Don't you think that you're talking about this a little too far? Your cousin Mordecai has already promised you to Gershon. It's been arranged. It's a done deal.
Esther, looking mischievous, claps her hands behind her backs and starts to walk around them, whistling a line from Jerusalem.
Hadassah. Not a good whistler.
No, you're up to something. Come on, let's hear it.
Hadassah, what exactly are you thinking?
I know you're up to something. Come on, let's hear it.
Oh, it's nothing really.
The other two accost her and drag her to center stage.
Okay. It's only that I don't see any reason why Mordecai and Gershon should assume that I am to be spoken for.
Boldly. America starts to play behind them in upper octaves, very playfully. saying things like "you're awful,"
Deborah, Sarah,
"you're terrible," etc., and then giggling again while dancing around to music. The Persian shoulders reappear from the side and sees the women giggling. He moves closer and they spot him, shriek and rush off stage, giggling some more. Soldier smiles, shakes his head, shrugs, and walks back up.
Intermission.
The palace. The palace. King Ahasuerus is throwing his party. Background music is the opening 105 from Dance at the Gym. Scene opens with choreographed dancing of guests. King is dancing. With him is the servant, soldier, big fan, and Teresh.
What a party, Ahasuerus. I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to have a good time.
Ah, yes. Well, I am going for the Guinness Book of World Records for longest recorded party. What are we up to now?
180 days, Your Majesty.
180. Well, we've still got a ways to go. Necho of Egypt still holds the record with 207. I gotta find a way to stretch this baby out.
How about charades?
Guests react negatively.
Guess three.
What trivial pursuit?
Guests react again.
Oh no, we've got to think of something and fast, or we will never beat that Necho. And I have always wanted to make the Guinness Book of World Records.
Grabbing the servants by a rabbit. Desperately.
Think of something!
Unruffled.
Your Majesty, if I may suggest, a visit from Queen Vashti might liven up your party, if you catch my drift.
Vashti, oh yeah.
Smiles conspiratorially.
That might just be the way to go. Way to go!
High fives the servant.
Go summon Vashti at once.
Servant snaps and Vashti appears. She is a very shrill,
Do we have a Vashti?
Ashi's phone.
high-pitched voice of someone who has been trying to better herself but isn't succeeding much.
Okay, wait, we don't have a Vashti. Leslie?
I understand you wanted to see me?
Yes, Vashti, my beauty. I have a little problem, and I thought you could help me to solve it.
Well, tell me what it is, and I'll see what I can do. I've been reading this really interesting study on conflict.
I'm gonna need a special favor from you, Vashti.
Oh,
Those silly
would
boys.
you like me to play my Celtic harp? How about an original poetry reading?
Clasps her hands and begins to recite, incredulously looking at her, then shakes out of it.
Vashti, these people have been eating and drinking for 180 days.
Yeah!
No, I think we need something a little different to hold their attention. Actually, what I had in mind was something a little less intellectual.
Whispers as music starts. Slaps King and walks out, clearly angry. All the guests walk out shaking their heads. King and entourage exit opposite side of the stage. A street corner outside the palace. Esther, Deborah, and Sarah are conspiring together. Excited.
Here the king is looking for a new bride.
Casual.
Oh, yes. I suppose that I heard something to that effect.
He really took a soaking in court with Vashti. Still, he's looking for a replacement.
They say there's going to be a contest.
A contest?
A contest, and anyone can enter.
Deborah and Sarah turn and look at Esther with a glint in her eye and a sly smile. Deborah addresses Esther.
You aren't thinking.
Esther whistles a line from Jerusalem,
You wouldn't really.
looking coy.
You wouldn't really consider.
Esther whistles another line.
Well,
Well, what?
Hadassah, look at me.
Esther doesn't really mean her eyes.
Look at me.
Esther looks at her.
Oh boy, Mordecai is going to be so upset.
Hadassah, don't go there.
He'll only be upset if somebody tells him.
Music of I Feel Pretty begins.
Sarah's got a line.
Oh, yes, of course, Miss Persia. Speech.
I didn't hear either.
Let's all sing this together.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and giddy and fine. And so pretty that the crown will soon be mine. I'm amazing, I'm alluring, from my toes to the top of my hair. And so pretty, competition doesn't quite seem fair.
When the
exactly the name the king might consider for his new queen?
What are you saying?
Houston, we have a problem. You want to know what's wrong with Hadassah? It's a Jewish
Underline.
name.
It's
Well, yes, of course it's a Jewish name. Hello. You know, I'm Jewish. Makes sense that I have a Jewish name.
Well, hello. What do you think the chances of the king marrying a nice Jewish exile girl are? Huh? Somewhere between slim and none, right? Of course, right.
Oh, that. Well, yes, I suppose you have a point. Well, then, I'll just have to change it. Yes, I'll change my name. It's as simple as that.
Most beautiful. Okay, everybody together.
All beautiful sounds in a single word. I simply cannot be Hadassah, for suddenly that name making me from the fame I see. Hadassah, I can see that we've got some problems, and I'm changing my name, my Solomon. Change my name from Hadassah.
I think it's part of the song, so why don't you just say
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, how about Esther? It's a name that I think I like. You can say what it means, star. How that strike you, Esther? I'll try saying it once. I am Esther.
Music plays to a dramatic pitch, then holds as she speaks.
Esther.
Well, it's no Hadassah, but I think I can get used to it.
Most beautiful sound I heard is
Scene 4, the pageant. I Feel Pretty music comes back in as Esther remains on stage and the contestants enter. King's entourage enters from the opposite side. Esther takes off her modest clothes and has a fancy dress on underneath. To audience and entourage.
Now this is what I call a moral dilemma. Whom to select, whom to pick, who will be my new bride? Well, this is a challenge I feel particularly up to today.
Sees Esther.
Whoa, that is what I call a fox.
Who's on my provide?
You over there, the pretty one.
What?
I mean, you're all pretty, but the pretty one over there in the, forget it. You,
Esther realizes it's she.
may I have a word with you?
Contestants leave, grumbling. The last contestant pauses before going off.
Hey, I didn't want this job anyway.
Esther comes closer. Suddenly, the king, feeling awkward, clears throat, licks lips, assumes a pickup pose to attempt nonchalance.
Do you come here often?
Oh, no, I've never been to the palace
Underlined.
before.
Oh, well, I have a few questions I would like to ask you. Do you play the Celtic harp?
As interview continues, Esther fears she is failing, while with each answer, the king and entourage are getting happier. They react to each answer positively with nodding, high fives, punching one another in the arm, etc.
No.
Do you recite poetry?
No.
Do you watch cooking shows on cable TV?
TV?
Do you attend lectures at Shushan U?
No.
Aside.
So far, so good. Looks like the women's movement has left this one. Servant! The prenuptial agreement. Here, my dear, just sign this and you will become my new queen.
Long scroll is flipped down and rolled several feet. Esther shrugs her shoulders, finds the bottom of the page and signs.
Well, my dear.
Looks at signature.
Esther. Congratulations. You are the winner of the Queen of Persia contest. In 1 year from today, we will be officially married. That's how long It'll take till the divorce settlement, for the divorce settlement to be finalized. Till then, just help yourself to anything around the palace. Mi casa e su casa. Ciao, baby.
Kisses her, and gallantly.
So is Esther gone now?
Everyone leaves the room except Big Fan and Teresh.
Hey, Teresh, did you get a load of the beautiful gals?
Did I? There were some of the hottest chicks in all of Persia. What did you think of the one His Royal Highness picked to be the next queen?
Not bad at all. It's just such a darn shame that the king won't be around to enjoy her.
They laugh. Music 2, Something's Coming rises as they approach one another to conspire against the king. They mime killing him with a knife and another weapon. Mordecai has been hiding behind a plant and has witnessed both the contest and plot.
Oh boy, I didn't just see the whole thing with my own eyes. I would have never believed it. First, my cousin Hadassah becomes betrothed to that Persian. Next, I hear the king's own soldiers planning an assassin tonight. Frankly, I don't know which is worse. Hey, maybe I should just let out of the whole thing and the two problems will just take care of themselves. No, that would go against everything I believe. I must warn this Persian king of the plot against his life. Then I must find Hadassah, or what does she call herself now? Esther, and let her know that whatever she has done, I am still a cousin and I love her.
He is about to exit when he runs, literally, into Haman.
Excuse me, I was so involved in my own troubles that I didn't see you there. I'm very sorry. I was just leaving.
Just hold on one minute.
Uncomfortable and aware that he is where he shouldn't be.
Yes, is there anything else?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, there is. Haven't you forgotten something?
Looking around.
No.
Checks his kippah and sees that it's on.
I think I remembered just about everything.
Starts to leave.
I don't think so. Do you know who I am?
You're a Persian.
And you're a genius. Obviously I'm a Persian, but you don't know my name. I'm very famous in most circles.
Your name? No, but I'm not very good with names.
I am?
Well, very nice to meet you, Mr. Hammond.
Shakes his head.
I will be leaving now.
Tries to leave.
Wait, since you're obviously a foreigner and unfamiliar with my turf, I'm going to spell it out. Here in Persia, when people see me, they bow down. It is, as we say, the law of the Medes and the Persians.
I see. Well, no offense to the Medes and the Persians, but I'm a Jew, and we Jews also have a law, called, as we say, the Torah. And our law tells us that we must not bow down to worship any man, not you, not the king, no one, nothing personal. We bow down to none but the one true God.
But this is my turf.
I am sorry that our law says that all of this turf, the whole earth, in fact, belongs to God, the one who created it. So it's been very nice to meet you, but I have to be going.
Slips out.
If I hadn't heard it with my own ears, I wouldn't have believed it. The nerve of that Jew to walk right by without bowing down. I am the king's next in command, the second most powerful man in all of Shushan. But he won't even bow down to the king. Where is this God he speaks about? I don't see him, I don't hear him. Sounds like an excuse for terrorist behavior, if you ask me.
King enters. Hey, man. Yo, Kingy. I mean, your Royal Highness.
Whoa.
That was Haman's line.
That was Haman's
Yo,
line.
I mean your Royal Highness.
Huh? Oh, yes, Haman. Most distressing thing I ever heard. 2 of the palace guards were plotting to take my life. Very disturbing thought. Very upsetting idea. You just don't know who to trust these days.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. In fact, I have some other bad news.
More bad news? Well, I'm the king. I guess it's my job to deal with the good and the bad. The buck stops here and all that. Okay, lay it on me, Haman.
There is an insidious group of people living among us in Shushan. They refuse to obey the king's laws. They claim to obey an invisible God and only subscribe to their own set of laws called the Torah. Who knows? Maybe there's a connection to this subversive Jewish group and this terrorist plot Your Majesty's intelligence service has just uncovered.
You know, you may be right. What do you propose we do, Haman?
Song, a tune like that / I am a king, to the tune of a boy like that / I have a love.
Everybody together.
A
Won't
Jew
bow down
like
to you.
that.
A Jew like that, he's no good to you.
He's not our own kind. He's not our own kind.
A Jew like that, right to the left now, won't eat your pork if he's your guest now.
They're not our own kind. They're not our own kind.
If they won't bow, they can't respect. If they won't bow, they won't pay tax. And if the world should get around, they'll have no fear. Revolution, it is near.
Oh, boy. Well, what do you suggest? If these people won't obey our laws, what do you think I should do?
All Jews like that must be ejected. For all your laws they have rejected. They aren't bowing, so what is next? Just wait and see. Just wait, Our Highness, just wait and see.
Yes, Haman. Yes, I know. If it's true, take my ring. If it's true for the king, go write a law and stamp the words with my own seal. It's a law a king cannot repeal. Go now, go!
During this duet, the royal ring is transferred to... With great flourish and ceremony. Music swells, the king and Haman go through a guy ritual. First they shake hands, then they high five, then they low ten and high ten, then they do the mile high salute, then they diplomatic kill of cheeks, then a belly bump, then they compose themselves and stand stiffly to sing the final lines in harmony, hands clasped like an opera singer.
Their fate is now sealed. The law cannot be repealed. The law is the law.
They hold the note excruciatingly long and it becomes a competition. When they finish, they run out of breath.
Let the narrator do it.
I got the picture. Go ahead, Haman. Take care of them any way you see fit.
Music rises and Haman is all choked up looking at the ring. Emotion overtakes him.
I love you, man.
Receives hugs sniffly. Both exit. Mordecai and Esther are meeting on a street corner outside the palace.
Mordecai, will you ever forgive me? I know now that what I did was selfish and impulsive, but maybe God can use me as queen to help our people in some way.
Funny you should mention that, actually, my dear. Our people are in grave danger. You know that King's deputy minister, Haman? He has written an irrevocable law calling for the destruction of all the Jewish people on the 14th of Adar. And I have a feeling that he has something special in mind for me.
For you, cousin Mordecai? Why would he want to hurt you?
But if you can get to the king, perhaps he will have mercy on us and spare our people. You're the only one who can approach him.
Oh, Mordecai, wouldn't life be so much simpler if we were back in our own Eretz Israel?
Dear cousin, from your mouth to God's
Everybody together.
and
Mordecai is joined on stage by the other Jews, Gershon, Uri, Deborah, and Sarah. He gathers them together to talk.
So Mordecai, everything patched up between you and Hadassah?
Yes, Queen Esther and I have had a chance to talk. I believe that life in the palace is as glamorous as she expected.
She's still a child. I hope she's up to her responsibilities as queen.
Yes, she told me she's been learning how to read and dabbling in poetry.
Still a little ticked off.
Well, isn't that special? She'll probably be playing the harp at our collective funeral. I wonder if she'll even remember to say Kaddish when we're gone.
At times like this, we have to put our personal feelings aside and think about the future of our people, which is exactly what Esther is doing. She has agreed to petition the king on behalf of the Jews.
Mordecai, that's wonderful.
But isn't it dangerous? I heard that in the palace, if you approach the king uninvited, it could cost your life, unless he extends his scepter of mercy.
All huddle and hug each other with concern.
Come on, you guys, lighten up. Esther won't let us down, and God won't let us down either. Jews, where's your faith?
So, the Jew song, to the tune of When You're a Jet.
When
you're a Jew, all the way from the time you're resting your burial day. When you're a Jew, it's a thing you can't hide. You've got the right to lots of family pride. When you start winning, not to finish never unarmed. When trouble is expected, you got a great joke. You got a great joke.
Here come the Jews, and we think it's neat. You don't bow down to people who walk in the street.
Here come the Jews, we can laugh, we can sing.
We won't act out a
game of
believe in the king.
Here come the Jews,
We've got
Esther the queen.
When you're a Jew.
Stay.
Yeah.
The palace.
Haman! I need your advice. I want to show some little token of appreciation to a person who has been of service to me.
Aside.
It's a no-brainer, a slam dunk. He could only mean me. Who else has been so loyal and faithful?
To the king.
Oh, your most generous highness, a little token so unlike you. If you want to honor someone, you must do it with more than just simple gesture. You should dress the man in your coolest leather jacket. You must sit him on your hottest Harley Davidson, and you should have one of the servants lead him around, shouting at the top of his lungs, "This is how a king honors someone."
You know, you're right, Haman. I couldn't sleep all last night. I was tossing and turning and tossing when you get the picture. Anyway, I called for the royal diary and had it read to me. Damn near put me to sleep when I realized something. Remember that assassination plot that was uncovered a while back? I have never done anything to thank the guy who turned in those 2 turncoats. Well, last night I was reminded of that favor. Haman, I want you to get my best leather jacket and polish up my Harley chopper and prepare them all for Mordecai! And I want you to lead him around Shushan, as you said. What a great idea.
Exit. Objecting as king is leaving.
It's a lousy idea. Who could have thought such a stupid thing? Hey, keep your stupid leather jacket.
Enter Zeresh.
What is the racket here? Haman. We're going to get high blood pressure if this goes on. What is worrying you this time?
Pacing.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I am absolutely gonna murder, maim, and pulverize that little guy if it's the last thing I do.
Who is it this time?
This time? It's the same as last time. It's my very own personal recurring nightmare. That Jew, Mordecai.
Him? I thought that was all taken care of. Just wait till the 14th of Adar, and you'll be rid of him and all the rest.
Music of Cool comes up.
I want more. I want revenge, and I want it now.
Sweetie, you've got to stop obsessing. I know you want revenge, but sometimes playing the revenge is the most fun of all.
That's still you.
Want to show him who's really boss? Build a gallows 50 cubits. Spare no expense, boy. Mordecai will hang up high, and you'll be getting off scot-free.
Boy, crazy boy, stay cool, boy. Take a step and get a grip and
Don't be a fool.
You're out the ring from off the king, but that's you, boy. You should be cool, boy.
Music continues under spoken lines.
There now. Just build your gallows for Mordecai and hang him on it. First thing tomorrow. Won't things be fine then?
Massaging pump.
There now. How do you feel, sweetie?
Oh, I'm better now. I'm better now. I'm so much better now.
He's obviously not better and stands up to the corner and pouts. World music continues as Zeresh leaves. Jewish men, Deborah, Sarah, gang members, King, and Esther take their places in a frieze on the stage. Music out. Esther's room in the palace. Esther enters with a list and pencil.
Bagels, check. Lox, check. Knishes, kugel, stuffed cabbage, oi! I hope I haven't forgotten anything. That cable TV cooking show was a lifesaver.
Pausing.
But none of this will matter if the king won't listen to me and rescue my people from the plot that was wicked. Hey man! I wonder if that villain suspects anything. He must wonder why I have invited just him and the king to this special banquet. I am hoping to throw myself on the king's mercy and expose that evil Haman. For just who he is.
Music for tonight. Quintet ensemble enters. Esther looks at her watch.
Oh my! Look at the time. I better start getting myself ready. It's getting late.
Esther and King sing on opposite sides of the stage.
Tonight,
Tonight, they'll both be here tonight. Tonight, they'll come and banquet with me. Tonight, tonight, I'll make it clear tonight, and I'll tell him just who might be. Tonight, I'll know what's on my mind now, and who knows what we'll find now if everything goes right. The moon is bright, and that means just one thing. It's tonight. Tonight.
Gang runs off in different directions.
welcome to my little banquet, King Ahasuerus, and you.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Esther, my dear. Very bold of you to approach me without a summons. Took a chance, you know, but I just love a woman with chutzpah.
As if to say, hey, I'm here too, cutting in on the cake.
Hey, how very gracious of you, Queen Esther, to invite your most humble servant to dine with you and His Royal Highness.
Sees food.
Boy, what a spread you've got here.
Begins to eat.
No!
Whoa.
I mean, we would rather have you.
No, how rude! Skip your line. How rude! Is anyone interested in hearing me play the Celtic harp?
No!
I mean, we would rather have your company. Come sit by me. Is there something on your mind? Surely you have not gone to all this trouble just to play your harp for us.
No, you're right. It's not about the harp. It's not about the food. It's about me. There is something you need to know.
Don't tell me you're thinking of taking classes this spring at Shushan U.
No, even if I were, I'm afraid I wouldn't live through the spring semester.
Why? Are you ill, my dear?
No. It's not my health. It's just that my days are numbered. My fate has been sealed by a certain royal thing. You see that the spring semester includes a certain month, the month of Adar. And that month includes a certain day, the 14th to be exact.
Hey, man.
I'm beginning to have a bad feeling.
Esther, what exactly are you saying?
I and my people are all to be killed on the 14th of Adar according to the laws of
Sarcastic.
the Medes and Persians. I am a Jew!
Oh, boy.
Well, that would explain the chutzpah.
And it's that man Haman who will be responsible for my death, mine, my family, and all of my people. His hatred, pride, and self-ambition will cost thousands of innocent lives unless you repeal the evil law.
But you can't. You can't repeal the law of the Medes and the Persians. It's irrevocable. It's irrevocable. You just can't do it.
That's true.
That's me.
But I can. Oh.
Hang on, Queenie. That's true, but I can pass another law and seal it with my ring that will provide for the defense of the Jews who live among us. You and your people will be safe, my dear. You have my promise.
Turning to Haman.
And as for you, I have a plan that might just be exactly what you deserve. There's a gallows outside the palace walls that has your name on it, Haman. Yeah, you and your family will personally have the opportunity to try it out. Guard, put this man in the dungeon till tomorrow morning. So this is the reason you invited us to your chambers, my beautiful, sweet, loving bride.
About marrying my mother? Isn't that illegal? Yes, that was my secret, but...
But what?
But I was really hoping to play my Celtic harp.
Oh, boy.
He laughs, lifts Esther, and carries her in his arms off the stage.
Okay, finale is for all of us to sing, and I wrote the words to this. And Steve pointed out that he really liked the part, "Oh Moon Stay Bright," because it is a full moon. It is a holiday of Purim. I didn't even think of that until Steve pointed it out. Okay, so, together everybody.
Tonight, tonight, we are all safe tonight. Tonight, Esther did save all the Jews. Tonight, tonight, we'll eat and drink tonight. For tonight, we won and did not lose. Tonight, we eat our Hamantaschen and add a little noshin. We even get to schmooze. Oh, moon, stay bright and help us keep it light. Oh, so light
All right, that was fun. So, there's still a lot of food. I want to give another shout out to Cindy and Steve for and they had a little break during COVID, but they've been doing this for years, bringing all these beautiful things for us to eat and drink. And thanks everybody for coming. So eat some more, drink some more, schmooze some more.
What are we doing?
I